Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In today's lesson, I'll be covering the book that we've gone through, Durus Lughat. We don't have much time remaining, and our first exams will begin on the 12th of February. So, the best thing I think for me to do is just to go over the points briefly, just make a summary of all the points that we've learned and go through them. So, I'll begin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Haza. Haza means this. Dhalika means that. Haza, every word in Arabic we know is masculine or feminine. So haza is this, and it's in the masculine. This is the masculine way of saying haza when referring to something which is masculine. And dhalika, which means that. Hazihi means this, which is feminine. Tilka means that, which is feminine. So any word that is feminine, which is being pointed to, will use hazihi and tilka, and anything masculine will use haza and zalika. Ma haza means what is this. A haza means is this. So when we have ma, it means what. When we have a, it means is this. So this is also turns it into a question. Man haza, the word man, it means who is this. So remember, don't confuse the man with the min. Sometimes we'll have the fatha under the meme, which makes it min, and min means from. So sometimes people get these words confused, so we need to learn these words really well so we don't get them confused. Man haza means who is this. So I've just wrote a few examples. Haza baitun, which means this is a house. Haza masjidun, which refers this is a mosque. And remember, we don't have a word equivalent to is, but we put is in to make it sense in the English language. In Arabic, there is no word equivalent to is. So that's why it's like saying this is mosque. This a mosque, yeah. So to make it sense, so we have to put the word is in. Haza masjidun, this is a mosque. Haza miftahun, this is a key. Haza maktabun, this is a desk. Haza sarirun, this is a bed. Haza kursiyun, this is a chair. So we need to familiarize ourselves with learn all the vocabulary which has come. And when we're going through our Durus Lughat book, one thing is the first few pages refer to all the masculine words. So all these are masculine words. So the feminine words come after. So that is a good way of learning it. So we're learning it in order so we don't get confused. So it's in a set order. So if we follow the order, the first pages of the vocabulary are masculine. So when we do get to study the feminine words later on, we don't get confused. Na'am means yes, la means no, wow means and. So sisters, I hope by now that you've learned all these words and you're familiar with. The important thing is to know how to write these words, to spell them. For example, sarirun. Don't forget it has a ya, which is going to be in the word when we're writing it. So best thing to do is try and write it without looking at the words. So sometimes you might be writing sarirun, but you might forget the ya. Or for example, kursiyun, you might think, is it a qaf or is it a kaf? So those kind of things. Or like hadha, so I've put a standing fatha on it because it's lengthened, hadha, things like that. So just to be familiar with the letters and the way the spellings of the words and things. So yeah, so we do need to have lots of practice. So this writing it out will help you practice these words. Moving on. Haza masjidun wa dhalika baytun. This is a mosque and that is a house. When we have wa in a word, that means and. So this is a house and that is a mosque. Haza hisanun wa dhalika himarun. This is a house and that is a donkey. And here I've just made a list of the words that we need to learn. So this is taken from the Durus Lughat book. So if sisters go to their books, their study books, and they'll find all the words there. But I'm just going to quickly go through them. Masjidun refers to a mosque. Rajulun refers to a man. Qalamun means pen. Qittun means cat. Sarirun means bed. Jamalun means camel. Qamisun means shirt. Mindilun handkerchief. Waladun boy. Babun door. Tajirun businessman. Miftahun key. Himarun donkey. Kursiyun refers to a chair. Dikun means rooster. Tabibun means doctor. Baitun house. Talibun student. Kitabun means book. Kalbun dog. Maktabun refers to desk. Hisanun refers to horse. Najmun refers to star. And Mudarrisun refers to teacher. These are some of the vocabulary I've wrote down. It's taken from the book, and we need to learn these words. We need to learn how to spell these words. So like qamisun, remember it's with the big qaf and it's got a swad. So when you're spelling it, you might use the other kaf, or you might spell it with a sa or something. So just to the best way, like I was saying, to cover the words up and then write them and see how many you get right, and then the ones you do get wrong, you learn the appropriate way to spell them. So through trial and error, inshallah, you'll get there. Imamun, imam. Hajarun refers to stone. Sukkarun refers to sugar. Labanun refers to milk. And the best way is if you do like word association. So you in the Durus Lughat book, there's plenty of practice where you'll say, like, it'll give you example, al-hajaru saqilun. It'll be linking words together. So when you do this really helps to kind of cement these definitions into a person's into your mind and things. So I think that's a good way of learning. Haza sukkarun wa zalika labanun. This is sugar and that is milk. Azalika qittun la zalika kalbun. So I'm just giving some examples of sentences. Is this a cat? No, it is a dog. So just to remember, when we say the word baitun, it refers to a house, and a house means any house, which is known as nakira. It means it's indefinite. When we attach alif lam to it, it becomes al baitu. It means the house, and the house is a specific house, and it becomes ma'rifa. So these words that we need to learn is ma'rifa and nakira. So nakira is indefinite, any house. Ma'rifa refers to the house and it's definite. Okay, so another example, kitabun, it should say, I've wrote the dots the wrong way around, I'll just correct. Kitabun, so kitabun, so here I've wrote goes to al kitabu, al-kitabu, which refers to the book. So the point I wanted to make here, kitabun, which has can you say two dhammas? It has a tanween, becomes a single dhamma, which is when the definite article alif lam is added to a word, it becomes a single dhamma. As some of the rules, we've done this and we should be familiar with this rule by now. So I'll just give you another example. A pen, qalamun, it becomes al-kalamu. So it becomes from a state of tanween, two dhammas to a single dhamma. Yeah, so it becomes qalamun to al-kalamu. It becomes a pen to the pen. A pen is nakira, and the pen is ma'rifa. So here I've just given another few list of words that we need to learn. So I'll just go through them quickly. Ghaniyun, rich. Tawilun, tall. Baridun, cold. Jalisun, sitting. Jadidun is new. Qaribun is near. It should have a kasra. I don't know why I put a fatha on it. Qaribun, near, and that's nazifun, clean. So saghirun, that should say. So صغير means small, خفيف means light, الورق refers to paper, التفاح apple, الدكان shop, مريض sick, مفتوح open. So these words are all in the Durus Lughat book. So if you want to practice, not if you want to practice, we need to practice our spellings and get these right and learn these words and memorize these words. So we do need to go over them. So yeah, faqirun means poor, qasirun means short, harun means hot, waqifun means standing, qadimun means old, ba'idun means far, wasikhun refers to dirty, kabirun means big, saqilun means heavy, al-ma'u refers to water, jamilun beautiful, hulwan means hulwan means sweet. Hulwan means sweet. I don't know why I've put the moon there, so it means sweet. Yeah, I think I was just writing in a hurry. Yeah, so hulwan means sweet. Al-qamaru means the moon, and maksurun means broken. So again, another few a list of definitions that we definitely words that we definitely need to memorize. Lazizun refers to tasty. Daftarun refers to notebook. So I'll just put the double dhamma. I just missed it out. Daftarun. So I've just corrected it. Daftarun refers to the notebook. Al-labanu baridun. So just put the kasra in. These notes I've just made a bit quick, so there's a few things that I've just had to correct as I'm just going along. Yeah, not to worry. Through our mistakes, we all learn. Al-labanu baridun, the milk is cold. Ad-diku jamilun, the rooster is beautiful. So remember that when we have an alif lam, just going through that point, alif lam, al-labanun, it's not al-labanun. It's like so I'm here of al-lahmu, not al-lahmu. Yeah, so what I was trying to explain here is an important point where when we say al is a sun letter, so it's gonna attach this is not pronounced the first al lam, so it's going to be attaching to the second lam lahmu. So for example, me is al-lahmu, and not to write it as al-lah. It's not going to be al-lahmu. So the example at the bottom is not al-lahmu, it's al-lahmu. So I've just given the example from here to there. So if you can see that, this is the right one, al-lahmu, where you've got the shadda, and the other lam is not pronounced. And sometimes we might get confused and write it as al-lahmu, so that refers to the meat. So I thought I just remembered that example. Spellings are important because we'll be tested on our Arabic, and we don't want to be spelling words incorrectly. Right, okay, so going back, I wrote this a while back, a few days ago. That's why I've not had the chance to go over it. So I'm just literally going over it as I'm making this, because I'm conscious of the fact that we have very little time left. So I just thought I'll just go straight into it, inshallah. So the next sentence, al-muhandisu jalisun wal mudarrisu waqifun. The engineer is sitting and the teacher is standing. Al-hajaru saqilun wal waraqu khafifun. The stone is heavy and the paper is light. Al-himaru saghirun wal hisanu kabirun. The donkey is small and the horse is big. So even when we're learning the words, if we're learning it as opposites, like kabirun, saghirun, khafifun, saqilun. So if we learn it as opposites, that's another way of this kind of assists us in learning too also. So next I'm just going to go quickly go over some harfi jars. So harfi jars are the way of saying it is harful jar, but when we're talking about it, we just refer it to as harfi jar. So I've just wrote some. Ala, these are particles which join words together. Ala means on, fi means in, ila means to, min means from, and anta means you. So I've just given some other words. Aina, where. Ana means I. Hiya means she, or it could be it when it's referring to a feminine word. Kharaja means he exited or he went out. Huwa means he or it, masculine. Zahaba means he went. Another few list of vocabulary. I'm just going to quickly read through, and then we need to learn these. So these will be all in the Durus Lughat. Everyone's got the book. So I'll just quickly read through it. غرفة, room. غرفة. السماء, sky. الحمام, bathroom. الفصل means classroom. المطبخ means kitchen. المرحاض, toilet. So I'm just going over some questions here. Aina, using the word aina. What does aina mean? Aina refers to where. Where is Muhammad? Aina Muhammad. Huwa fil ghurfa. He is in the room. So notice when we say huwa fil ghurfa, the ending diacritical mark will be in a state of majrur, in a state of kasra. Why? Because there's a harful jar in front of it. When you've got a harfi jar in front of it, or harful jar, whichever you choose to call it, whichever way you choose to pronounce it, the word which will follow it will be in a state of majrur, i.e. it will have a kasra on it. Wa aina Yasir, and where is Yasir? Huwa fil hammami. He is in the bathroom. Wa aina al kitabu, where is the book? And where is the book? Huwa ala al maktabi. It is on the table. Again, we've got ala, and ala is a harfi jar word, and because of that, the word which follows it is in state of kasra. So it's not maktabu, it's maktabi. So just to be aware of that, if the sisters haven't already learned that rule. Aina Amina. Where is Amina? Hiya fil matbakhi. She is in the kitchen. Wa aina sa'a, and where is the watch? Hiya ala sariri. It is on the bed. Notice we're using the word hiya, not huwa, because the watch is a feminine word, so that's why when we refer to it we use the word hiya and not huwa. Also, we've got a harful jar here, so then the word after it is in a state of majrur. So all these rules is in a state of kasra, so we need to be familiar with these rules if we're not already. Aminatu min al ghurfa, is Amina in the room? La hiya fil matbakhi. So no, she is in the matbakhi. She is in the kitchen. Again, in a state of, it's followed with a harful jar, so it's going to be in a state of majrur, in a state of kasra. And also we've used the word hiya because she's in the kitchen refers to a girl who, and this is a feminine word. Yasirun fil hammam, is Yasir in the bathroom? La huwa fil mirhad. No, he is in the toilet. So here I've just gone over the huruful jar, the particles of jar we need to learn. And now I'm just gonna, to finish off, I'm just gonna go through some more words that we need to have familiarized ourselves with. And if we've not learned, we just need to speed up and learn these words, because we don't know which word is going to come in the exam on which example. So yeah, this is a must. We'll need to learn. So some other words that we need to familiarize ourselves with. Al-fasl, classroom. Al-ghurfa, room. Al-mudiru, headmaster. Al-filipino, the Philippines. Al-madrasa refers to school. As-suq, market. Al-jamia, university. Min means from. Zahaba, he went out. He went. Ila means to. Al-Yabanu means Japan. As-Sinu, China. Al-Hind, India. Al-Rasulu, the messenger. Al-ammu, paternal uncle. As-sayyaratu, car. Al-khalu, maternal uncle. Al-bintu refers to daughter or a girl. Tahta refers to under or beneath. Al-ibnu refers to son. Al-Ka'batu refers to the Kaaba. Hunaka refers to there. Al-ismu refers to name. Huna means here. Ash-shari'u refers to street. Al-haqibatu refers to a bag or a case. Mughlaqun refers to closed. At-tabibu refers to a doctor. So I've just wrote some of the vocabulary we need to familiarize ourselves with up to in the Durus Lughat book, and in my next video I'll be also covering some other vocabulary. So sisters, we do need to learn all these words, so we need to practice, write them out and then cover them up and learn it. So I'll just give you another view of the pages that I've covered so far, because I think some of the words weren't coming up clearly. So this was the page previous. I think I should just stick to a black pen because it comes up more clear. And this was also from the previous pages. Don't know if that's more clear, so I'll just give a quick overview so that the sisters will be able to screenshot and then write this down if it wasn't clear before. So continue on learning, inshallah, and I will see you soon in my next video. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.